Well, greetings and welcome back to all of our members here at the Brampton Golf Club. We're here for a late season edition of our highly celebrated, we like to think, video series, Captain's Corner. I'm here with the star, our club captain, Mr. Chris Bouchard. Chris, nice to have you here.
Good to see you, Karen.
Good to see you too.
Very good, very good.
Good. Well, we're here. We're almost in November. We're still playing golf. There's still some decent weather ahead. The golf course is in fantastic shape. I've been out this week. It's amazing. But we've got a lot to catch up on since our last video series. There's lots that's happened. You want to take us through a few highlights?
Sure. First and foremost, let's talk about the club championships. Some highlights around that. Some interesting things come out of it. Sandy Bykowski won her 9th championship, more than any female in the history of the golf club. See if she can make a 10. So highly competitive, one of the great players in this club. Amazing things that we're seeing out of her. Russell Bowie, 6 in a row, and that's unbelievable at the Players Club. We've got a lot of good players in this club now that come through here. That's 6 in a row. He was pushed this time though, for the first time. I'm going to be really interested to see if he can pull off 7. Some other really interesting stories. Ken Glugosh at 80. Goes to the 18th in the C final and loses on the 18th. It's just an incredible performance at 80 years of age. On the flip side of that, Kent, his son, was the only Glugosh not to get to a final. Sorry, Kenty, but we know it happened. Something that I'm very proud of, 4 of the junior men made the final 8. It says a lot for what we did this year. These juniors belong in this championship. And I think one of them is going to win it very, very shortly. So again, really, really well played. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see a junior up at the very top of that leaderboard next year. I mean, you had, we had talked earlier about Nicholas Domovsky somehow toppling, the David and Goliath matchup against Dave Bunker, taking him on to advance to just narrowly lose to Russell on the 19th playoff hole in the semifinals. So great playing from our juniors this year. Absolutely. Another big event this fall. You like to refer to it as the Fall Classic. Was it a classic this year in the Captain's Cup? The Fall Classic was not a classic. It was a major disappointment. It will go down as the Boland and Bouchard bashing, Dwighty and Barron. They really weren't in it with us. The difference, Kevin and I sat down and talked about and been through, it was the coaching. It was the matchups. We were calm, cool, collected. We had it all going on. The other side was disheveled, a bit of a mess. And it really proved out when it was all done. Some key calls, Bob Little, hole in one. Again, Bob was on my team, very calm, ready to play. Was a lot of fun. And all kidding aside, great couple of days. Really enjoyed my time with Chris and with Dean, and especially with my partner Kevin, and I know the two sides had a great time. It's a fantastic event. Really excited and look forward to defending it next year. I bet, yeah, congratulations again. And it's fun to be part of this year and to see all those swings in the first tee. You can see that it really is a culmination of the guys who have really played their best golf all season to qualify for it. And, so a great event, and congrats to you and Kevin Boland and your team there. That's great. So September, of course, is a month that's just gone by, and that's our month of closing events here at the club. Tell us about some highlights from the closings this year. Let's run through the ladies quickly first. And unfortunately, again, ladies can't seem to get closing, a good day for closing, and then a complete rain out. Here's where I give the ladies a ton of credit. Almost every lady that registered showed up for the dinner and the evening activities. You got to give them a huge amount of credit. Disappointing not to be able to play golf, but again, a ton of credit for doing what they did. The ladies have, staying there, have also announced their new dual captains, Lisa Gilroy and Christiane Deschênes. Christiane, I hope I didn't butcher your name too badly. Looking forward to working with them and being part of our committee next year, so congrats to them. Last but not least on the section, huge thank you again to our outgoing captain who has just done a phenomenal job. It was a thrill to work with her, and again, I wish Kelly Miller all the best. Men's closing. This one's very disappointing in a lot of ways and on a lot of levels. Unfortunately, McClellan and McCafferty were part of a winning team again. That takes McClellan and McCafferty, they won the closing Brampton Boys Day and the tradition. The only kind of saving point on that, they were teamed up with a couple of great guys, Terry Sarna and Tony Prezzuti, in the closing. Look, gentlemen, I've seen the letters. They're out. You'll get them shortly. This will be addressed by the handicap committee, and we'll see where you sit for the start of next year.
But great playing to those guys, and I know Glenn McClellan would probably remind me, take me to task if I didn't mention that he was also on a men's opening winning team this year. Sean McCafferty happened to be left off that one, but great season from him, very impressive accolades there.
Absolutely.
We're coming to the end of the season here, but the season's not over. People are still golfing. We still have one more event. We have the men's hole-in-one happening next Friday.
Right.
Do you want to talk just a little bit about
Yeah,
that?
November 4th. I mean, it's a classic, and if you're part of this, it's some of the one of the funnest nights of the year. There's going to be 1 o'clock shotgun, 2-man teams. This year, fantastic. The hole-in-one fun is going to sponsor lunch, dinner, and cocktails for all in attendance. So the guys that play it, I know it's most of it's a fantastic afternoon and evening. Look forward to seeing everybody.
For sure. Make sure you get signed up for that. It's only $20 a team, and the weather does look pretty good for a lot of days next week, so get yourself signed up before Wednesday, November 2nd. That's when registration closes. The season's almost over here golf-wise, but your season doesn't really end here as a captain and at the board and committee level. Talk to us about some of the activities you got going on into the off-season.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Emerson and I have begun looking at the calendar, looking at the events we have on the calendar, the dates that they're going to fall, and a couple of things that have jumped out that we're going to have a serious look at is dates for the club championship. We had a good crop of juniors this year that head off to university and head off at time as we roll into our semis and finals. Nothing set in stone, but something we're going to look at. Also, during the championships in the round of 16, we had issues with regards to slow playing. It's gone on for a number of years. We get the complaints from both competitors and also our traditional membership on the golf course. So we're going to look at potential 2-man pairings or 2-person pairings as we go forward. Again, lots of tee times for traditional membership, but hopefully we're not going to have them running into each other, and it's not going to create that slow play. We're going to look at calling some of the events. The calendar is packed. The calendar is booked. We seem to have a lot going on in the golf club, very positive. But I think we've got some events that are not creating the numbers, not getting the turnout, and I'd like to look at potentially calling some of this. I don't want to close the golf club for an event that is not large. Again, we want people playing golf. That's what it's about, and if the event can't support itself, we're going to look at maybe moving it to the side. So right now, those are the things we're looking at, along with one other, and it is the continued impeachment of the Red Baron. Dean, we're going to pursue this aggressively in the off season, and we'll get back to everybody in March. But past that, it's looking at the calendar. All kidding aside.
Sounds good. And of course, as we get into the actual part of the winter here, we've got our annual general meeting.
Right.
I believe the date's been moved this year. We're doing that on Monday, December 19th. That'll be at 7 p.m. For all members here at the club.
Great.
Any remarks you have for the end of the season here?
Yeah, I've got some shout outs. Em and staff, I've said this at the championships, I've said it several times. I think our professional staff is second to none in this province, and I think we're very fortunate to have this group, and we thank you very, very much. Marty, you had no rain. Mother Nature didn't cooperate for you, but that golf course is as good a golf course as I've seen in the 19 years that I've been a member here. Marty and team, incredible, phenomenal. Shauna, F&B, it's come light years from where it was a mere 12 months ago. Chef Mark, huge credit to the organization. And again, Shauna, you've done a great job, you and your team, and I think we're in a much better position for go forward. Jonathan came in here, had a lot of stress and duress. We had a lot of things going on with the building. You reacted well with a sense of urgency, and again, a big thank you and a shout out, welcome. I know we'll see you more on the golf course next year than probably we did this year. A big congratulations, a thank you to our current president and outgoing president, Jim Garvey. Jim's been a member of the golf club for 30 plus years. He spent a lot of time here. I've had the pleasure to work with Jim in the last 2 years. It's been great to get to know him, pleasure to get to know him, and again, he's done a wonderful job as president. Has been a great long-term member. We wish him all the success as he goes north with family and retirement. So Jim, thanks. A personal thanks from myself to the membership. Membership has treated me incredibly well in my first year as tenure. I've had very good friends like Brian McMahon, Al Kerr, Ron Kerr. When I get anywhere off the beaten path there outside of my guardrails, they make sure they get me back onto their path. So it's been wonderful to have that kind of input. Kidding aside, the membership's been great. I've had a wonderful year, and I look forward to next year. Last but not least, to my partner, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think we've had a lot of fun with the video this year.
It's been great.
Hopefully nobody's too upset with us. We're going to look forward to some more fun next year, and we'll be back sometime around Christmas.
Yeah.
With a Christmas wish for the group. So from me to you, thank you.
Thanks very much. And yeah, it's been a pleasure doing the videos and all the committee work with you this year. And thanks for a great first year in your role here in your service to the club. It was awesome.
Awesome.
Still got enough of a golf season left to come out and enjoy the golf course. We're actually going to have a bit of a blip and an Indian summer next week. Some great weather coming up. So come out and get your last rounds in. Of course, the hole-in-one that week as well. Been a fantastic year here at the club. I think a very positive vibe around all the sections, around a lot of our events this year.
Absolutely.
And we're looking forward to building on that in the off-season and having an even better 2017. Thanks very much for watching this year. We'll see you soon.
Take care.